Hello my dear student of class 6. Yesterday we already completed exercise number 2.2. So today we will discuss about exercise number 2.3. So this is part 1, that means first class of this exercise. Now at first, number 1, it said which of the following will not represent 0. Here given formats number A, B, C, D. Following this, which of the following will not represent 0? Not represent. Now, first we check number A. Here we see that 1 plus 0. Now, we already know that any number, suppose A not equal to 0 plus 0. Then we get this number A. Now, if A equals to 0, that means 0 plus 0, then we get 0. So, for non-zero numbers, we get this number, and for 0, then we get 0. Now, here given 1 plus 0. 1 is non-zero numbers. So, 1 plus 0 equals to A plus 0 means this number. So 1 plus 0 means 1. So it's not represent 0. Now next 0 into 0. 0 into 0 means we know that for any number, suppose 2 into 0 means 0, 3 into 0 means 0, 0 into 15 means 0, and 0 into 0 means 0. So, in this example, we see that for any non-zero or 0, if we multiply this by 0, then we get 0. Now here 2. If we multiply 2 by 0, then we get 0. Now if we multiply 3 by 0, then we get 0. If we multiply 0 by 15, then also we get 0. Now for 0, 0 into 0 means this is also 0. So 0 into 0, this is equals to 0. So it represents zero. Now next we check number C. Here given 0 by 2. That means we divide 0 by 2. So if we divide 0 by 1, that means this is equals to 0. If we divide 0 by 0, that means this is called undefined. Or now this session we already know 0. If we divide 0 by any non-zero number, then we get 0. So 0 by A, suppose A not equal to 0, then we get 0. So here we divide 0 by 2. Here 2 is not 0. So 2 is a non-zero number. So this is equals to 0. So it represents 0. Now next number D. 10 minus 10 by 2. 10 minus 10. Now suppose 2 minus 2. That means we subtract 2 from 2. Then we get 0. So for any non-zero numbers, if we subtract this same number, then we get 0. So 10 minus 10, that means this equals to 0 by 2. And from number C, we get 0 by 2. That means 0 by any non-zero number is equals to 0. So it also represents 0. Next, number 2. Here said, if the product of two whole numbers is 0, can we say that one or both of them will be 0? Given product of two whole numbers is 0. Now from this we see that if we multiply any number non-zero or 0, suppose a into 0, then we get 0. So these two are whole number. Suppose for a equals to 2 into 0 means this is equals to 0, and also 0 into 0 means this is also 0. So if the product of two whole numbers, here 2 and 0 both are whole numbers, so product of two whole numbers is 0. That means one of them is must 0. And here two whole number, 0 is smallest whole number, so we multiply 0 by 0. That means two whole number, product of two whole number is 0. Then here we given two whole number is 0. This is number 2. We know that a into 0 equals to 0 for a not equal to 0. That means a is a non-zero numbers. For example, 4 into 0. 4 into 0 means this is 0. So if the product of two whole numbers is 0, then one of them obviously 0. If product of two whole numbers is 0, then one of them must be 0. And next, both of them will be 0. And again we see that 0 into 0, that means 0. So both of them may be 0. So we will show that for any non-zero numbers, if we multiply this by 0, then we get must 0. And for any zeros, we multiply 2 0, then we get obviously 0. So if product of two whole number is 0, then we said that one of them obviously 0. Next, number 3. If the product of two whole number is 1, can we say that one or both of them will 1? Number 3. If product of two whole numbers is 0, sorry, is 1. Then we said that one of them. Now suppose product of two whole numbers. Now here 1 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number, 3 is a whole number. So if we multiply 1 by 2, then we get 2. And if we multiply 1 by 1, then we get 1. And if we multiply 1, 2 into 3, then we get 6. So as per this question number 3, the product of two whole numbers is 1. Can we say that one or both of them will 1? So we see that if product of two whole number is 1, when this is 1, obviously two whole number is 1. So if product of two whole numbers is 1, then we said that one of them both of them must be 1. So if product of two whole numbers is 1, then obviously two whole numbers are 1. So here one of them is not equal to 1. So if product of two whole numbers is 1, then obviously two whole numbers are 0. And from number 2, we see that when products of two whole numbers is 0, then one must be 0, and another way both are 0. But for product of two whole numbers is 1, when one and only two whole numbers are equals to 1. This is number 3. Now next day we complete the exercise number 2.3. So thank you.